Forest faithful, what's happening at the City Ground? Get ready, because what I'm about to tell you will have you jumping off your seats. We've got 3 absolutely massive stories that have rocked our beloved Reds to the core. And trust me, you won't believe how this roller coaster ends. Picture this: a star midfielder on the verge of joining Tottenham, a lightning fast Swiss winger who's basically said yes to coming to Nottingham, and a beloved Swedish speedster who's just left us with tears in our eyes and $55 million in our pockets. But here's the kicker: these 3 stories are all connected in the most dramatic way possible. I'm talking about plot twists that would make Hollywood jealous. Forest faithful, we've got contract sagas, transfer battles with Italian giants, and a departure that nobody saw coming. The emotions through the roof. The stakes higher than the Brian Clough stand. The impact on our season massive. But before we dive into this absolute madness, do me a favor. Smash that like button if you bleed red and green. Hit subscribe and ring that notification bell, because you don't want to miss any of these incredible developments at our City Ground. The Forest faithful deserve to know everything that's happening behind the scenes. Ready? Because what happens next with our number 10 will leave you absolutely stunned. Forest faithful, I need you to sit down for this one, because Morgan Gibbs White has just pulled off the most incredible U-turn in recent City Ground history. You heard that right. The man we all thought was heading to North London has just signed a brand new 3-year contract that will keep him in red until 2028. Can you believe it? Just weeks ago, we were all devastated, thinking we'd lose our creative maestro to Tottenham. The rumor mill was in overdrive. Spurs fans were already making welcome videos, and some of us were genuinely preparing to say goodbye to the man who's been the heartbeat of our incredible European qualification campaign. But here's where it gets absolutely mental. Forest faithful, Evangelos Marinakis himself stepped in like the Greek god he is. Our owner flew to Portugal during pre-season, looked Morgan straight in the eyes, and basically said, "Son, you're not going anywhere." The personal touch from our owner, the vision he painted for our future, and the record-breaking contract offer was too good to refuse. This isn't just any contract extension. This is a statement of intent that screams Nottingham Forest means business. We're talking about removing that pesky release clause completely, making Morgan one of the highest earners at the club, and showing the entire Premier League that we're not a selling club anymore. The impact? Enormous. Last season, our number 10 delivered 7 goals and 10 assists, was our creative hub, and showed the world why England called him up to the national team. Now imagine what he can do when he's fully committed, surrounded by better players, and playing in Europe for the first time in decades. But hold on to your scarves, Forest faithful, because while we were celebrating Morgan's commitment, the club was already working on something else that'll blow your mind. Just when you thought the transfer window couldn't get any crazier, along comes Dan Ndoye, and Forest faithful, this Swiss sensation has basically packed his bags and is ready to head to the City Ground. We're talking about a player who scored the winning goal in Bologna's historic Coppa Italia triumph, helped them reach the Champions League, and chose US over Manchester United and Napoli. Here's the absolutely bonkers part. While Bologna are trying everything to keep him, they literally brought in a pop star to sing for him. I'm not making this up. Ndoye has already agreed personal terms with Forest. The player wants the Premier League. He wants European nights at our ground, and he wants to be part of our incredible journey. Fabrizio Romano himself has confirmed it. Forest are preparing a massive $40 million bid that should finally break Bologna's resistance. We're talking about a player who registered 15 goal contributions in Serie A, can play on either wing, and brings that Champions League experience we desperately need for our Europa League campaign. Think about this for a second, Forest faithful. While other clubs are struggling to attract top talent, we've got a player who chose Forest over some of Europe's biggest names. That's what Marinakis' vision and our European qualification has done for us. We're not just competing, we're becoming a destination. But here's where the story gets emotional, because to make room for Ndoye and strengthen our squad, we had to make one of the most heartbreaking decisions in recent memory. Forest faithful, grab your tissues, because this one hits different. Anthony Elanga, our Swedish lightning bolt, our counter-attack king, our beloved number 21, has officially joined Newcastle United for a whopping 55 million. And here's the part that'll make you cry. He didn't even push for the move. According to reports, Anthony was happy at Forest, loved the fans, cherished his time at the City ground, and would have stayed if we'd kept him. But Newcastle's offer was simply too good to refuse. We're talking about quadrupling our original third owner, 5 million investment, and setting a new club record sale for the second time in 2 years. Remember those moments, Forest faithful. Ilanga's pace terrorizing Premier League defenses, his 17-goal contributions last season, playing in all 38 Premier League matches, and being instrumental in our European qualification. He was the embodiment of our counter-attacking threat under Nuno, the player who made opposition defenders lose sleep. But here's the beautiful part of this story. Anthony's departure isn't just about losing a player. It's about our incredible transformation. We bought him from Manchester United for peanuts, developed him into a Premier League star, and sold him for massive profit while already having his replacement, Ndoye, saying yes to joining us. This is the new Nottingham Forest faithful. We're not just surviving in a Premier League. We're thriving. We're profitable. We're attractive to world-class talent. And we're building something special that has the entire football world talking. So there you have it, Forest faithful. 3 stories that show exactly where our beloved club is heading. We've kept our star player against all odds, attracted a Champions League winner to replace our departing hero, and generated massive profit to reinvest in our dream. This is what European football does for a club like ours. This is what having an ambitious owner like Marinakis brings. This is what believing in our project achieves. We're not just back in Europe, we're back as a force to be reckoned with. Before you go, smash that like button if you're proud to be part of the Forest faithful. Subscribe for more City Ground content and tell me in the comments, are you more excited about keeping Gibbs White, signing Ndoye, or the statement we're making to the football world? One final question that'll have you thinking. If this is what we can achieve in our first season back in Europe, what's going to happen when we really get going? We are Nottingham Forest. We are back.